I have a friend who built an extravagantly successful practice. He built it on IT, saying that, hey, IT's never going away. And he rode the IT bubble until it burst. He had 70 people and was making a fortune until it burst. Now, he'd gotten lots of advice to diversify, but to his credit, he was making an awful lot of money and he was doing awfully well. He now gives that advice. See, getting great advice doesn't help if you don't take it. I was speaking with another friend the other day, and we were marveling that there are offices in our network who don't do split business. And once again, getting all of that great advice, having those resources doesn't help if you don't leverage them to greater success. So find multiple revenue streams, find multiple channels to get the candidates. Don't rely on just one channel. It all reminded me of this silly story. And it's a city slicker who decides to go live rough. So he buys some land with a cabin on it, and he knows he needs some firewood for the winter, so he gets out his bow saw and he starts cutting firewood. And it's hard work, and it takes forever. So he decides maybe the blade on his bow saw is dull. So he goes to the hardware store to see if he can get a new blade or get the blade sharpened. And the clerk meets him there, and when he tells his story, the clerk says, "Man, that's crazy. That's insane. No, here, buy a chainsaw. The chainsaw will be 10 times as fast as the bow saw was." Well, the guy buys the chainsaw, and then he comes back the next day. The chainsaw is all beat up. It's in horrible shape. And the man says to the clerk, "Man, that's even slower. That was 10 times as slow as the bow saw." And the clerk says, "Man, wow, there must be something wrong with the chainsaw. Here, let me see what's wrong." And he bends down and he starts it up, and the city slicker jumps back and says, "What's that noise?" Having the tool is great. Using it is so much better. Here's another one of my favorite tools. It's a crosscut timber saw. So tell me, what are the tools that you have that you've paid for that you're not using? Where's the waste? And what steps could you take to fully leverage those additional resources?